What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name's Luke-thenotable, and in this video, I'll be showing you how I unlocked Ice King in one day. I bought him! Hold on, don't click off the video just yet, I have a little bit more to explain. But yes, at the start of Season 7, I purchased my way all the way to Tier 100 and unlocked Ice King. Please refrain from panicking, as I have also completed all of the challenges the legit way on my second account. We'll go over that later though. Let's talk about the money method first. Here we are, the start of Season 7. I'm a total noob, but even on day 1, for about $100 in V-Bucks, you can buy Ice King. Pretty simple. This was the first time I had ever bought Tier 100 at the start of the season, and I must say it was very fun going through all the new stuff on day 1. You might be sitting there at home and asking yourself why I did this. It wasn't just to get noticed more. I mostly did this for the massive boost I got to XP. I had a new goal for this season. I wanted to get all the way to season level 100. Hey, look at that. My goal was completed. Though I will say, even with the XP boost, the grind was still massive. I've made a whole video on the subject. You should check that out. Also, my Tilted Towers 100 drops video was coming out, and I saw some skins I really wanted. The moment I saw Trog, I knew I wanted him in the video. And unfortunately for me, at this time, buying was the only way. And like I said, I was dropping Tilted Towers, so I wanted every advantage I could possibly think of to maybe win some more games. And I'm not saying Ice King is an advantage, but I did win back-to-back-to-back wins in Tilted Towers while wearing him. Overall, I wouldn't recommend buying all the tiers on day 1. It's pretty frivolous. But you know, if you're gonna, at least use code luke-thenotable. But now we're done talking about the money method. Let's talk about the legit way. We're back again on my second account. I used this account in the last 2 seasons, Season 5 and 6, to complete all the challenges, so most of my stuff is Battle Pass related. If you want to get Ice King or any other Tier 100 skin in one day by completing all the challenges like I'm about to do, you have to buy the Battle Bundle. If you buy the regular Battle Pass, I learned the hard way that you can't get to Tier 100 in one day, even if you complete every challenge. So like last season, I purchased the Battle Bundle and unlocked a ton of stuff right off the bat. Pretty fun. At the end of Season 7, there were also overtime challenges, and if I could do 13 of these, I'd get a free Battle Pass next season. And here we are, game number 1. I didn't really have much of a strategy going in. There were so many challenges that I could do. I was basically just gonna go down and do anything. Unfortunately though, the big team playlist, which is normally a little bit more casual, easier to get challenges in, was different from Team Rumble. This time it was drifting. Basically a game mode focused around the new driftboard item in Fortnite. It didn't bother me. I had so many different things to do. This rift to go was a challenge, so were tons of other things. For a second, I thought maybe some of the more exploratory challenges would be a little bit easier in this mode because you have access to more drift boards. But I could tell from game number 1 that this mode was not going to be good for challenges. First off, you don't respawn, the store moves insanely quickly, and there's a ton of fighting. I ended up dying pretty quickly and not unlocking many challenges in game number 1, which is completely different from the last 2 times I did this. Won't stop me though, dropped back in game number 2, danced on a crown of RVs, and started shooting. I don't know what Epic was thinking. I really don't like this mode. There's no ground loot, the chest behaves strangely. I don't know. Maybe they think the drift board's cooler and better than it is. I don't know. I don't really like it. Doesn't handle that well. You're totally exposed. Here it got me killed. Game 3. I don't know why I stayed in this playlist so long. It's not good for challenges. However, game 4 is where I confirmed it. So game 5, I figured I'd just drop into solos, probably have a better shot. The planes were so helpful for doing challenges. I could get anywhere on the map super quick. I guess they're gonna be removed in Season 8. Honestly, I'm sad to see them go. Seems like the Fortnite competitive community has just never been able to handle them. Filthy cowards. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of challenges, like this one where I had to injure myself, then regain the health with a campfire. Anyway, those exploratory challenges way easier with a plane. You move so much faster than anything else in the game. The planes made the challenges so much easier this season, but I will say it would have been way more efficient in Team Rumble. I had to fight in solos. Though the way this default was totally oblivious to me dropping in behind him. I thought I was in Team Rumble. I had so many challenges for kills and damage, I was just going after anything with a pulse. And one by one, these defaults fed a ton of my weapon challenges. This is kind of the point when I realized, oh hey, there's only 2 other guys left. I can actually win this. So I carelessly dropped into the final circle right in front of this enemy. He didn't want a piece of this and ended up running away. So I shot out his structure and shot him in the back. You know, I didn't even realize that that counted as a challenge. Alright, last guy, it's a 1 versus 1. I can see he's a Sergeant Winter, so I have zero fear. I wanted to snipe him. I knew I had a challenge. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. My carelessness got me all the way down to 75 health. But remember, he's a Sergeant Winter. He doesn't know how to play this game. I won it easily. I celebrated with Shimmer, I guess. Whatever, I don't have many dances. That win ended up unlocking a huge amount of stuff for me, including the victory umbrella. And then the very next game, I got another 8-kill win. But of course, I wasn't recording. Oh well, back at it in game 7 doing a bunch of random stuff. Did you know you don't actually have to be on top of the submarine to get the challenge for dancing on top of the submarine? I already had 2 wins under my belt, so from here on out I was just going straight for those challenges. If it meant death, then so be it. Like I said though, planes, essential. Here, I'm able to get a challenge for landing in Pleasant Park and part of a challenge for ringing this doorbell. The storm's coming, but I have a plane, so I can just leave. Then I can fly to Snobby Shores, get the other half of that doorbell challenge, and even though it's in the storm, leave before I get killed. I said I was gonna get challenges no matter what, even if it means holding chiller grenades instead of an assault rifle to get a challenge for them. But of course, rolling with just a shotgun and a sniper has its consequences. Game 8, I dropped into Lazy Links, primarily to destroy chairs. And I destroyed a whole family of chairs. Then I grabbed a plane to do tons of other stuff, like here, I had to land in Tomato Temple, but I also needed to use sneaky snowmen in different matches. 2 for 1. Made it to retail and danced on this water tower, and then completed another half of the challenge by visiting Lucky Landing. Thanks to the planes, I was able to land at Happy Hamlet as well. And then with the last life of my plane, made it all the way to Dusty Diner, just to dance on top of this giant coffee mug. Then I had to fight this guy. I almost ended up killing him, but I could die happy knowing that I did a ton of challenges that match. Wow, it's the start of Game 9, and I'm already at tier 70. This is going insanely quickly, mostly because I'm knocking out a lot of the kill challenges. They stack pretty well. There was also double XP at the time, must have helped a little bit. Dropped in Game 9 to an expedition outpost without any planes. I guess I'll use the trash board this one time. I'm still really not a fan of the piano challenges. There was a player hiding inside of this house, throwing dynamite inside of his own structure. It had to be a default. It was! So I stuck him with some clingers. I needed a challenge for that. I'm gonna have to blur this one. It's pretty graphic. Don't want to get demonetized. Later on, found a guy in Junk Junction. Figured I already killed one guy with clingers. Might as well try for the second. And somehow he was dumb enough to walk into them. Oh, and there's a giant metal dog's head on Junk Junction. I go here all the time. I've never noticed this thing. I had to dance on it for a challenge. One of the weekly challenges is just kill one plane. One plane. And it ended up being pretty hard in solo mode because most people are smart and jump out when the plane's about to explode. I was wrapping up the end of my kill challenges though. Only had a few more to mop up. And after this, it was gonna start moving a little slower. This one I was just playing a little bit relaxed. Got gunned down. I could have won that one, I think. Just like the last 2 videos, I'm gonna skip around a little bit because like Game 10, not very good. Died with honor going for a plane. I know we're not skipping ahead too far if we just skip ahead to Game 12, but my death was pretty funny in this one. On 2 health, I set up a launch pad and shot through my own stink. Game 15, I tried to do one of those overtime challenges to get a free battle pass. I had to search ammo boxes or chests at the racetrack. It was the craziest I've ever seen this place, and I died without a gun. Game 17, among other things, I finished up that chiller grenade challenge. It only cost me my entire life. Game 19, I had to go to Tilted Towers for just one tiny, measly little kill. I cornered this player perfectly, but my first shot didn't hit. My second shot didn't do enough damage, and my attempts to bludgeon were shot down. Game 22, I had to go to Pleasant Park for 1 kill, but by the time I had left, I had amassed 4. Wait, make that 5, one was hiding in his room. I bushed up, and this Nogops didn't seem to notice. By this point, my challenges were so specific, it was pretty hard to do multiple in one match, so after I got that Pleasant Park challenge done, there wasn't much for me to do. And my murderous tendencies rightfully got me killed. Lonely old Elbaton doesn't really have any friends, so I had to bring over Luke-thenotable to help him with a challenge here. It's the only Battle Pass challenge where you truly need someone else, and yeah, I just did it with my own account, whatever. The rest of the match was spent smashing up utility poles, and I still had to kill one plane, so I was looking for him. But then Torres came home with food. I was so hungry I just set my controller down. Didn't even care that we died. Game 27, I was going for the secret battle stars. The secret stuff in Season 7 is almost all hidden in the snowy part of the map, so grabbing them all in one match was possible. So by Game 28, I was up to tier 97, and I'm missing Game 29, but by Game 30, I had completed all of the challenges. I got all the battle stars that I could possibly get from the battle pass. All the secret battle stars, everything. And like last time, I fell a little bit short, just to tier 98. So I purchased the final 2 tiers and unlocked Ice King in one day. We've got him, but there's still a couple overtime challenges that I needed to mop up before I could get a free battle pass as well. The challenges weren't too difficult, but did involve playing the Driftin' playlist. Aside from killing a few defaults, I didn't really help my team at all. I just did a bunch of random tricks on the drift board. Probably should have helped my team though, because I ended up being the last man standing. 2 on the other team, but it didn't matter because that storm moved so quickly. I don't win. I won't show it. After the Driftin' challenges were done, I only needed one more overtime challenge to get a free battle pass. I tried going for the coins, but got bored and gave up. So this is the last game, Game 34. All we had to do was place top 15 in duos. Bullying this guy was not necessary. And in the end, even though I was killed by this default, we placed 7th and got a free battle pass in the process. This was a long day. It took me a little over 9 hours, but I was able to get Ice King in one day. They're really not the hardest challenges. Most of them are fairly simple, though the piano ones, they can go away forever. I really don't care about them. So if you have ever doubted your own ability to complete challenges and unlock the max tier skin, don't. You can do it. If you're gonna buy the next battle pass or battle bundle, make sure you use my supporter creator code, luke-thenotable. Yeah, the battle pass counts. You're spending V-Bucks. I'd really appreciate it. And I also want to thank everyone already out there using my supporter creator code. Also, make sure you subscribe. I feel like this is sort of becoming a tradition, doing the challenges all in one day. So I'm gonna do it next season. Make sure you don't miss it. Well, that's it for the video. So now it's just time to wait for Season 8 and see what they have in store for us. Hopefully no spring zombies. Thank you all for watching. I want you all to please stay notable, and I'll see you in the next video.